Things are about to get personal on this channel. I mean, that's nothing new. I don't know why I said that. Hey Spuds, how's it going? And thank you for clicking on this video. And I know you're probably all sick of hearing about my experiences of getting a penis and bottom surgery at this point, and I'm really sorry, but there is just one thing that I really want to talk about because it's really annoying and I didn't think it would happen, and I want my money back. I'm kidding. It's both really cool and a little bit annoying at the same time. And I hope you're not actually sick of hearing me talk about this kind of thing because there's so much to talk about and I think it's good to have the information out there, so I really hope you enjoyed this video. But before I get into the main bit of the video, I just want to talk about Underwear Expert and thank them for making this video possible. And if you haven't now guessed what the thing is that changed after I had surgery, the hint is underwear. That's not the hint, that's just the answer. So I know I've talked about some of the realities of getting a penis and stuff like that, but a very specific thing that changed was my preference in underwear and how underwear felt. And it was something that I just didn't expect to change. And maybe that's a bit naive of me, given the surgery I had, and I was just like, oh, nothing will change, because like, yes, you end up after metoidioplasty with a penis, and then if you want testicular implants, balls as well, but I just kind of assumed that because everything's a little smaller going on down there, that it wouldn't really affect underwear preferences and how underwear felt, but it has. So to help demonstrate what has changed for me, I have some underwear from Underwear Expert which I have left over there, so now I'm gonna have to go and get it. That's great planning on my part. But before you get to see me in my underwear, which is debatable whether that's a good thing or not, I just want to talk to you about Underwear Expert and who they are and what they do. So Underwear Expert is a subscription-based underwear website. Yes, it sells underwear. And this is an example of the package you get. You get a little black box, and then when you open it inside, it says the Underwear Expert, and then there's tissue paper, and then your underwear is underneath the paper. And depending on how quickly you go through your pants, I don't know how quickly you might wear out your underwear, you can get 1, 2, or 3 pairs sent directly to your house or wherever you want it sent to every 1, 2, or 3 months. And another thing that is like my personal favorite thing, and I think is really cool, is how sizing works. So you enter your size in inches, so like the waistband size, rather than going by like small, medium, large. And it means that you get sent the right size for you depending on the brand, because you know how like some brands come up smaller and some brands come up larger? You don't have that issue anymore. And personally for me, I was always between like a small and a medium, and so I never knew. Sometimes I'd end up with underwear that was way too small, and sometimes it would be way too big, and I was just like, oh my god. But with Underwear Expert, I always get the right size. And now what you can do is a new feature. You can pick the specific pairs that you have in your box based on pairs that you see on their Instagram or on their website. And this is available whether you are like new and it's your first box, or if it's a renewal box. Renewal, that's a difficult word to say. So yeah, if you need some new pants, yes, pants, I'm British, then check out Underwear Expert and make sure to enter the code JAMMY to get 55% off your first box, or just use the link in the description box. So, my underwear preferences. How has surgery changed my underwear preferences? Basically, this month what I've gone for is a range of different underwear. So I've got a pair of briefs, a pair of trunks, and a pair of boxer briefs to talk to you about how my preference for each style has changed, because it's kind of broadly the style of underwear that I like to wear that's changed, as well as like specific features within type of underwear, because like underwear is so like varied. I could talk a lot about underwear. So now in the context of being post-op and having my very own shiny little penis, there are 2 things that I look for. I'm laughing at my, okay. There are 2 things that I look for when I'm buying underwear now, and that's comfort, which is hands down the most important one, and appearance, which is less important because like appearance wise my bulge is not very noticeable, which I'm going to explain in a minute. So before I had surgery, I liked tighter fitting boxer briefs with like no dick pouch. You know, like the pouch at the front, like it can sometimes be just like flat, or it can sometimes be this big flappy bit of material. I did not want the flappy bit of material because it used to make me feel dysphoric, and I didn't like packing, so it also was just annoying and in the way and just useless, basically. I also used to really hate briefs because they reminded me so much of the underwear that I wore pre-transition from like the women's section, and it just, I don't know, it just made me feel uncomfortable. It kind of seems like a weird thing now in hindsight, but that's just how I felt about them before. And to be honest, sometimes they have ridiculous sized pouches that are just annoying and flappy. I'm sure some people will ask, why are other pouches so small? So the first style that I'm going to talk to you about is boxer briefs, which are these ones. Boxer briefs are the ones that have like the longer legs and they're like a little bit bigger, and they just consist of more material basically. And the boxer briefs I have are by a brand called Wood, which is wood based. underwear is in like the trees. I still really like to wear boxer briefs, but I do not wear them anywhere near as tight as I used to, and I do like ones with like longer leg areas and a little bit of a pouch at the front, but not too big still. Because if there's absolutely nothing there and they're very tight, everything just feels squashed and sweaty, and I'm so desperate to get my underwear off at the end of the day because it's like, just no, it's not good. For context, I am going to be trying on all 3 pairs of underwear, all the different styles, and showing them to you, but you're very unlikely to see any kind of bulge on camera. It doesn't really show up in most pairs of pants. It's there, but it's more of like a bowl rather than a fully fledged bulge, because I do not have testicular implants yet. Or at least I don't at the time of making this video, but I will have at least one by the time you watch this video. So yeah, watch this space. That's the thing. Currently, it's more how I feel about the underwear and how I feel it looks rather than how it actually looks, but there's definitely something going on in certain pairs, but like don't expect to be seeing like dick bulge in this video. Anyway, here are the boxer briefs. I love the colour. I like the leg bit because it doesn't bunch. Very rarely have a bulge. But yeah, I do still really like boxer briefs. They tend to have good sized pouches that aren't too big, aren't too small, so yes, on the boxer briefs. The next style of underwear is trunks, which is these ones, and these ones are Lacoste branded, and I've never had a Lacoste pair of pants before, and they have a little crocodile on, and that's just adorably beautiful, and they're also amazingly soft. Yes, I'm rubbing underwear on my face. For me, trunks have always been a funny one. Like, I often find them too tight. They can have really thick waistbands and short little legs that like ride up, and now when it rides up, it's incredibly uncomfortable, and I just want to take them back off again. And if they have a really thick waistband, they like squidge my love handles. But yeah, since having lower surgery, I've become a lot fussier about trunks in particular, just because they seem to vary a lot, and some trunks are really uncomfortable and other ones are more comfortable. But anyway, this is me in trunks. They are super soft. Wow, very soft trunks. And yeah, I can really like wearing trunks if they're not too tight on the legs or too like bunchy, and these ones feel good. Like sometimes they can just bunch up way too much. Occasionally they are a bit better for like bulge appearance, but these ones have a bit more room, which is fine because it makes it more comfortable. The final style I'm talking about is briefs, and this is probably my favorite pair of underwear I've received. I've had Diesel before, I love them, and also these are Pride. Look at it, I can have a rainbow butt. Now with briefs, in terms of like my whole body appearance, like if I'm just standing in briefs and I'm looking at myself in a mirror that's full length, it wouldn't be much use if it's half length, unless it's the bottom half, shut up. In terms of whole body appearance, I am less keen on briefs because they make me feel slightly self-conscious still about like my hip area, and there's no like upper leg coverage, and I feel like that just makes me feel a tad uncomfortable. But they can be my favorite in terms of appearance and also comfort because they don't have the leg bit, they don't bunch. And here is me in the briefs with a rainbow butt. I'm very rainbowy, double rainbow. So the final pair, yeah, I like them a lot more since I had lower surgery. I think it's also partly because I am less self-conscious about my appearance in general. Like getting this bit changed has changed how I feel about like all of it, which is pretty cool. Essentially, before I had lower surgery, all I thought about with underwear is, are they gonna fit around my waist? And do I like the color / pattern of them? And that was it. I didn't really care about anything else. I cared a bit if they had like an oversized pouch, but that was it. Now, there's a lot more things to think about when buying underwear. I have to think about like the size of the pouch. Are they gonna bunch? Are they gonna be too tight on my legs? Because if I'm wearing the wrong pair, it can be really uncomfortable and squishy and sweaty, and particularly if I'm driving in the wrong pair. I have driven a few times accidentally wearing really tight trunks, and it's not good. It can be a bit painful, and I just want to take my underwear off. But if you're driving somewhere, you can't just like arrive at somebody's house and then I can't do commando. I guess you could just go commando, but that makes me feel very vulnerable. Overall, my favorite in terms of like just general comfort is now briefs, but I can also find it weird to feel like my jeans on my upper thigh. It's not something I'm used to because I always used to avoid briefs, but like that jean material is still a bit, I'm still getting used to it. And if they're a bit tight, I get a major wedgie. Nothing to do with lower surgery. I wore a pair that was too small the other day to the gym, and I had a wedgie the whole time and I couldn't pick it, and I was really distracted. Typically I do go for like boxer briefs still with like a reasonable sized pouch on the front, and I tend to go for larger sizes and and like stretchier, softer material. But that is also because I put on a bit of weight. And I feel like underwear preference might change again once I've had testicular implants. So like watch this space, because by the time you're watching this, I will have had at least one. And I'm saying at least one because they don't know how many they're going to fit in at a time. Not that they're going to fit in more than 2, but anyway, I will explain that in another video. So yeah, that's what's changed. That's everything I wanted to talk to you about and show you guys today. And I think that's why I really like Underwear Expert, because it's always great quality, and like whatever stage of transition you're in, whether you've had lower surgery, not had lower surgery, started testosterone, whatever, it's a great place to go for trans guys because it's got such a great variety of options, and buying like men's underwear can be a super exciting thing as a trans guy. So like fantastic, and you get them in a box delivered to your house. And Underwear Expert are also rooted in the LGBTQ+ community and believe that everybody should have great fitting underwear, and so do I. So definitely go check out the link in the description box below and see if you like anything. As always guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you liked it. Comment down below what you think, and what is your favorite style of underwear? Are you boxer briefs, are you trunks, or are you briefs? Or are you something else that I have not listed? But yeah, think about giving this video a thumbs up and subscribing if you liked it, and I will be back with more content that is not just penis related. So see you then. Much love. Bye.